Urban mobility has been a constant problem in Guadalajara city for the past years.
Every year, 140,500 vehicles are entering the city. This means that every day we are receiving 385 new units.
1.5 million vehicles circulate every day in the metropolitan area of Guadalajara.
83% of the official government spending is intended to motorized vehicles. The government has approved a new urban mobility project called Via Express, which is looking to speed up traffic in the metropolitan area of Guadalajara. But what is the Via Express? The Via Express is a 23-kilometer four-lane construction which crosses Guadalajara, Zapopan, and Tlaquepaque from west to east. The project is estimated to cost 6,500 million pesos and will be completed approximately in 2 years.
Entering the Via Express will have a cost of 1.5 pesos plus tax per traveled kilometer.
The problem of building urban highways is the impetus given to the car, which only generates more traffic, leaving aside sustainable alternatives.
This project would increase the carbon dioxide emissions over 163,000 tons per year. This is what experts think.
This is a 1950s solution to a 21st century problem.
It's full of lies. It is impossible. There's nowhere in the world that a high quality, high capacity, high speed road has saved time. New roads generate new traffic. New roads fill up with new traffic. And that road, interesting on the clip there, it showed about 3 or 4 cars having a nice time and running through it. I mean, there will be thousands and thousands and thousands of cars. You know, the main thing that road will do is persuade thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands more people to use a car.
You know, the idea that a multi-laned raised highway would reduce pollution. How, if you're bringing more cars into the system, how can that reduce pollution?
It will create massive pollution, it will create congestion at all the exit and entrance points, and it will make the whole city more dysfunctional.
Este tipo de soluciones han sido implementadas en ciudades de primer mundo, como Tokio, Los Ángeles y Seúl.
Please show me a project like this somewhere in the world that has solved the problem.
You should go and visit Los Angeles or Detroit, and they will tell you that their congestion problems are the worst in the whole country, and yet they've spent the most on trying to relieve their congestion problem by building more freeways.
So they don't work. The M25 motorway around London was built, a high quality, very expensive 6-lane motorway all around London. That had a design life of 30 years, and it filled up after 6 months.
Building a highway in an urban area bisects the city, automatically creating on one side, the less desirable side of the highway, a ghetto.
The clever architects in cities today are saying we are taking expenditure, federal expenditure, national expenditure from freeways, and we're putting them into real sustainable ways of mobility, like bikeways, like public transport systems for buses, and better pedestrian access points, creating more pedestrian plazas, more bikeways in cities, and making the cities themselves more and more difficult for cars.
But this is just absolutely dreadful. It's nonsense, it's full of lies, it's doomed, it's a failed project, and it's basically throwing money down the toilet.
On the other side, the neighbors of Avenida Inglaterra have started to create a park in order to express their disagreement. They have organized themselves with the purpose of initiating a movement to recover their public spaces. Their final objective is to build a lineal and sustainable park, which would include a bike path.
Their first actions were to plant many different kinds of trees, bushes, flowers, and some vegetables next to the train tracks.
There is a project in which some students from ITESO are designing furniture for the people to enjoy the park and its landscape.
Bueno, lo que pretendemos hacer con este proyecto es rescatar un proyecto que había anteriormente por parte del Ayuntamiento de Guadalajara, que sería convertir toda Avenida Inglaterra en un parque lineal y recuperar el espacio público.
Nosotros creemos, los vecinos, que la Avenida Inglaterra es probablemente la última oportunidad que tiene la zona metropolitana por su extensión de tener una intervención diferente.
Tiene un flujo de ciclistas muy importante que son las personas que vienen a trabajar de Tonalá, Tlaquepaque y que van a trabajar hacia San Juan Ocotán, a las fábricas de allá. Entonces hay un flujo ciclista bastante interesante. De hecho está considerado como dentro del plan de movilidad urbana no motorizada como un corredor ciclista y sería uno de los primeros a implementarlo.
Desde luego que la longitud de la avenida también representa una oportunidad de que el Estado hiciera algo diferente.
Los vecinos deciden salir a limpiar el espacio, a plantar más árboles, a hacer un huerto urbano y nos sumamos a organizaciones ciudadanas a trabajar con ellos y surge la idea también de hacer mobiliario urbano a base de pallets.
Está activando, aparte de favorecer la convivencia social, pues también contribuimos con esta intervención a rescatar esta área para la zona metropolitana, pero que a la vez inhibe que ahí se tire basura, invita a que se camine por ahí, y eso, bueno, es una forma de intervención ciudadana, de resistencia ciudadana, favoreciendo que los niños, porque verlo así, era imposible que salieran niños a jugar.
La propuesta es esa, recuperar el espacio público, decir que no estamos de acuerdo con un modelo de ciudad que sigue impulsando el automóvil y que sigue beneficiando el uso del automóvil y que solo nos ha traído consecuencias negativas, que vemos que un túnel o una autopista no resuelve ningún problema de vialidad, al contrario, los genera porque trae más coches dentro del sistema. Bueno, estamos hablando de una cifra de cerca de 380 coches que se meten al sistema nuevos cada día, incluso son más los autos que entran al sistema que los niños que nacen en la ciudad de Guadalajara. Es una cifra bastante alarmante y la dio incluso Herbert Taylor en una declaración hace poco.
Una forma de resistirnos a esta pretensión es intervenir.
La idea es buscar cómo hacer para frenar este proyecto de una forma creativa, no solo oponernos por oponernos, es decir, no estamos de acuerdo, creemos que se pueden hacer mejor las cosas y una de las maneras es haz un parque, ya hay todo un proyecto de un parque, solo inviértele dinero y lo logras hacer.
The most interesting thing is that a lot of people are participating no matter their age, occupation or gender.
This is an active protest, which means that people have decided to create something instead of making banners and standing in front of the municipalities. What do you think? Do you still prefer to have urban highways instead of green and public areas?